On a fundamental level, design is about communicating a message. You want people to listen to you and for your message to be heard. But people are busy, and they're easily distracted. So you must be aware of how much attention your viewer has available. You shouldn't ask them for more time than necessary because A, it's rude, and B, they'll just ignore you if you take up too much of their time anyway. I know all of this is pretty abstract, but I have a framework that should help. I call it the attention rule. On the left side of the scale, you have logos. Logos have to communicate in about a second or less. That's because people see logos when they glance at a billboard, or walk past the coffee shop, or while browsing through a magazine. It has to be quick. There's very few words and images and graphic elements on this left side, because if we put them there, they'd take longer than a second to digest. On the far right of the scale, we have editorial design. Editorial design is books, pamphlets, magazines. These long-form mediums allow the designer several hours to get her message across. In the middle is everything else. So if you're designing a logo and it's too complex, you'll violate the attention rule, because a complicated logo takes more than a second to interpret. And conversely, if you're making, say, a motion graphics piece that's as simple as a logo, you'll still violate the attention rule because you're not fully utilizing the medium. The attention rule is simply using an appropriate amount of time for the medium. I won't tell you exactly how many seconds that is because it varies from project to project. But this graph that goes from 0 seconds to an hour is a good general reference tool. As we go through the work, I'll start on the left with logos and we'll end up at editorial design. So just keep in mind that different mediums deserve different amounts of time to communicate their message.